You know, the show I really want to see is the one where Trump teaches kids new vocabulary words, like this lesson he dropped today while talking about the recent bombing in Iran.
Those machines flew for 37 straight hours. They didn't stop. They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle.
Yes, we know the word skedaddle, as in we'd like to see you skedaddle your ass out of the White House.
All right, guys, buckle up, because this isn't just another roast. This is Anthony Anderson unloading pure fire on Donald Trump. From the jump, he's clowning Trump's so-called vocabulary lesson, where squaddle magically means squaddle. Seriously? Anderson wastes no time swinging hard, mocking Trump like a boxer who showed up with jokes while his opponent brought nothing but hairspray and spray tan. It's ruthless, raw, and hilarious. The crowd feels it instantly. This isn't political commentary. It's a comedy massacre in real time.
Trump didn't get nominated for an Emmy, but he did get nominated for president at the Republican National Convention. Last night, Trump got a vote of confidence from the former governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley.
We can't win if Donald Trump is the nominee.
Oops. My bad. That was the wrong clip. That was from 5 months ago.
Anderson dives right into Trump's obsession with his image, the fake tan, the absurd hair, the pouting lips. He paints Trump as a melted wax figure that refuses to admit it isn't real. Every joke lands because it's not exaggeration. It's truth with the volume cranked up. Trump becomes less of a president and more of a broken action figure begging for validation. Anderson then rips into Trump's Truth Plus streaming platform, roasting its ridiculous fake shows. The energy is relentless, and every line slices deeper than the last.
Speaking of which, Trump's media company has just made their streaming platform Truth Plus available worldwide. They also announced that Truth Plus will be the first streaming network to call BET Plus the N-word. In all fairness, I looked it up, and they do have some great shows on Truth Plus, like The Amazing Racist, Friday Night Whites, Third Reich from the Sun, Illegal Alien versus Predator, The Search for OJ's Gold, Dog the Bounty Hunter's Roadkill Kitchen, RuPaul's Normal Guys Dressed in Khakis Race, Dumb Dynasty, and Whitish.
Now listen up, because here's where Anderson goes for the jugular. Trump's speeches. If you can even call them speeches. He free associates like a toddler on a sugar rush, never finishing a sentence, circling back like he forgot he was the one talking. Anderson mimics this chaos perfectly, turning Trump's rambling into pure comedy gold. The roast transforms confusion into entertainment, showing America exactly what it looked like, a man leading a nation with the coherence of a bad improv act. And the audience? They're dying laughing at the absurdity.
This is what she said last night.
I'll start by making one thing perfectly clear. Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
And let me make one thing perfectly clear. You are a total sellout with no spine. Period.
Anderson keeps his foot on the gas, roasting Trump's obsession with size, crowd size, building size, even hand size. If it could be measured, Trump had to exaggerate it. Anderson spins it into a running gag, making Trump look like a kid on a playground, bragging about his imaginary friend. Then he pivots to Trump's Twitter addiction. Picture this. 3 a.m. Trump hunched over his phone, typing in all caps while the world sleeps. Anderson nails it. Trump as a reality TV addict convinced tweets carry more weight than policy.
Trump has been riding high after Congress passed his big, beautiful bill. Now, this bill gives $100 billion to ICE, kicks 17 million Americans off their health care, and cuts food assistance for kids. At this point, the only bill that's more young people is Belichick. Huh? No? I... And all that money that's supposedly saving is just going to tax cuts for rich people.
All right, guys. Here's where it gets savage. Anderson rips into Trump's contradictions, claiming to be a man of the people while living in golden towers, calling himself a genius while stumbling over basic facts. Trump isn't consistent. He's chaos wrapped in orange. Anderson turns every contradiction into a punchline, portraying him as a walking paradox. Then he skewers Trump's fragile ego, painting him as the thin-skinned playground kid who can't handle a silly insult. The image hits hard because it's true. Trump built mountains out of molehills every single day.
The only tribute to Trump last night. A lot of people wore bandages over their ears out of solidarity and stupidity. Now, these are the same folks who wouldn't put a piece of cloth on their face during COVID because they thought it looked ridiculous. And for all the other fascists, fashionistas in the Republican Party, remember when Donald Trump sold those $400 gold sneakers? Well, now Trump's got a new shoe with the image of him pumping his fist after the attack on Saturday.
Next comes the rallies, the so-called movement. Anderson tears them down as repetitive concerts where the band only knows 3 songs but plays them on loop for hours. The chants, the slogans, the recycled promises, it's the same tired act. Trump wasn't leading, he was recycling. Anderson then exposes Trump's financial genius, reframing him as a billionaire punchline with more bankruptcies than victories. If Trump's empire was a sitcom, Anderson jokes, it would have been canceled mid-season with nothing but bloopers left online. And honestly, the crowd couldn't agree more.
I got really upset, but then I realized I'm rich. So now I'm on the fence. You got to look at both sides. Let's not rush to judgment. But one part of the bill that's getting a lot of attention is that it gives families $1,000 for each new baby. Yes, the parents of every baby born from now through 2028 will receive $1,000, which means our nation's most valuable resource is Nick Cannon's nutsack. But there they are. They're called the Ear Jordans. They go for $299 a pair. Now, can you imagine if Barack Obama had sold $300 sneakers? Well, I could, and they would have been dope as hell. Okay. Your soul is just a little smaller today. Now, Donald Trump didn't get nominated for an Emmy, but he did get nominated for president at the Republican National Convention. Last night, Trump got a vote of confidence from the former governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley.
We can't win if Donald Trump is the nominee.
Oops. My bad. That was the wrong clip. That was from 5 months ago. This is what she said last night.
I'll start by making one thing perfectly clear. Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
And let me make one thing perfectly clear. You are a total sellout with no spine.